Welcome back. Welcome, everybody. How we doing? Let me just set some things up here. Not sponsored. Not even enjoying it, to be honest. Someone give me a free Red Bull, and I feel it's my duty. Sorry if you hear some vacuuming in the background. That's just going to happen for a little bit. But let's get into some things. There's a big drop. We got Candace Owens. We got Charlie Kirk information, supposedly. I haven't seen this. I have no opinion about this. I like Candace Owens, her series on Brigitte Macron, otherwise known as Emmanuel Macron's father/wife, according to her. So let's see if she's got any tidbits for us, any new information on the Charlie Kirk situation. Operation Mocking Plane. Oh, I guess she's live right now. I thought she'd already posted this. Ray J debates transgenderism. Oh, you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing. Ray J debates transgenderism. That's interesting. Let's make this bigger. Let's make this bigger for you guys. Okay, well, I guess we'll just tune into her live. The Charlie Kirk plot thickens. All right. Okay, she just started, actually. She's only a few minutes in.
Happy Monday. A little bit of history for you today. It was after the public execution of sitting President JFK in 1963 that the CIA established Operation Mockingbird. Deep state assassinations require deep state solutions. They spent an offensive amount of money to control the press and to control the narrative, to put an end to the public asking common sense questions about what actually transpired on that fateful day in Dallas. To put it simply, the deep state declared a psychological warfare campaign on the people. In effect, their soldiers were the journalists and the writers. Their goal, obviously, to get people to just stop asking questions, to almost criminalize asking questions via methods of gaslighting. Fast forward to 2025, and they're running the exact same playbook. Charlie Kirk was assassinated in broad daylight, and they immediately deployed their troops to criminalize asking questions.
What are you supposed to take from the everyone? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think the implication was dramatic, and then I think a lot of people reading the tweets would assume that she meant Erica Kirk.
Either Erica Kirk is evil and was in on it, or Candace Owens is an evil.
I think what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she was doing right now.
Post-Charlie, there was so much unity, so much excitement, so much resurgence in faith and newfound interest in faith, and that now there is discord, so many distractions, and that is just like Satan, who comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He is called the great accuser. He is the sower of discord, the author of confusion.
The reason I haven't waited on things is I'm an eyewitness to events, and they said, don't comment on things because anything you say can mess that up. I don't want to mess up any trial for the person who did this.
That's 1,000% right.
But Candace Owens is well within her rights to suggest certain things and all this, and she has the right to free speech and all that. That's fine. She's right to ask questions. I just think it is hurtful and not helpful when you cross a line to strongly suggest somebody's guilty of something for which you have no evidence.
Well, that's what today is about. If Candace Owens has no evidence, then all of that is valid. If she has evidence, then maybe we'll have to reevaluate it. So this is a high-stakes stream for Candace. This is going to really determine whether she's been sort of fear-mongering and just, like, basically talking shit. Or whether she's justified in asking questions about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Look, I think we all have questions. I think we've all got questions about Charlie Kirk. Let's see if Candace has the answers, which she might. I'm not one of these guys saying she's not. What's up, Sarlacc? How it do, brother? Welcome. Glad you're in the chat. Glad you're here. This is going to be an interesting one. We're kind of on conspiracy tube right now. But a lot of conspiracies are true, or at least have seeds of truth. So let's figure it out.
Challenge accepted, Frank Turek. Let's go Max today. Welcome back to Candace.
Welcome back to Candace. Unfortunately, can't like really skip around because she's still live with this. We might have to come back to this later. Do something else in the meantime.
Just humble yourself and not make it all about you. It's about the Lord.
You hear that, Christians? Asking questions is just, it's not about you. I mean, is there anything that they didn't try? You're making money off of this. It's unbiblical. Charlie wouldn't want this. His family is grieving. Not right now. Let's at least wait a couple of weeks. It's going to ruin the case. You'll get into heaven as long as you don't think about it. If you don't think about what happened on 9/10, then you're guaranteed a slot into heaven. You know, I used to really lament the fact that I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. Seriously, I hated that I didn't grow up rich. Who didn't, right? Who does not hate if you grow up without a lot, that you weren't just born into the right circumstances? And now I reflect on those feelings, and I wouldn't change a single thing. I am actually so grateful. That's what I want to say today. I am so grateful about where I started my life in St. John's Towers. I look at that building now with such pride, and I am grateful to have not grown up with a silver spoon in my mouth, because it fortified my character and it gave me a lot of common sense. Basic survival skills. It requires gut instinct.
Okay.
And I had to learn at a very young age to read people. I think that's my superpower, actually. Just being able to look at someone and sense danger or sense deceit. I can just look at Rob McCoy.
All right. That's not something I'm particularly interested in. Your superpowers.
A pre-bunking, right? A pre-bunking is when you say something casual and then they send out like a full fleet against you to not even actually debunk you, but they're just so extreme in not debunking. They pretended it had been officially out a clip of that book club, from that book club, and accused me of accusing Erica of murdering her husband. I mean, they manufactured that claim out of thin air, and then they made it go viral. They sent it out to all the right people, Steven Crowder, right? Everyone suddenly making videos saying that because I said he was betrayed by everyone, obviously what I meant was Erica Kirk murdered her husband. And this was all happening because I mentioned the Egyptian plane.
Oh yeah, sorry. Like I think we all have a similar feeling about the grassy knoll of the Charlie Kirk unalivement, so to speak. I am interested. I want to see what kind of evidence Candace produces here, but I don't want to just watch her live stream in real time. So I think we're gonna have to come back to this. Unfortunately, I saw she sells seashells by the seashore. I saw that she has a short. She posted like a clip. But now I can't find it. Maybe she took it down. Oh, okay, here we go.
I'm just really tired of some of y'all not thinking. I really am.
After Charlie died, there was basically just me, Tucker, and Megan that were trying to say, hey, something like was going on, and he was feeling a lot of peer pressure in the weeks leading up to his death. And Zionists were claiming that's all a lie. And Tucker was like, no. Charlie asked me explicitly in July to go on stage and to go after Israel, trying to drag us into the Iran war. And I was talking to him about Jeffrey Epstein. And I was saying to Charlie, I won't do it. And Charlie wanted me to do it.
Backstage, right before I went on. And I was fulminating and getting all red in the face like I often do, to my shame. And I was mad thinking about this and thinking about the effort by the neocons in the United States to draw us in to another forever war with Iran. And I said, probably not going to talk about that. I'm not going to torture you. I know your donors hate this when I say that. And also Epstein was in the news, and it was clear to me that Epstein's probably not like a Mossad agent or something, but Epstein clearly had contact with Israeli intelligence. And I said that to Charlie. And I said, but I'm not going to say that because I don't want to make your donors mad. And I know it's just going to be like an endless flurry of text telling you to stop or you're going to lose a bunch of funding. And he looked at me, I'll never forget it, and said, go all the way. Do it. go all the way. I said, man, a lot of things I can talk about. I don't need to talk about that. And he said, do it.
They were all mic'd, okay? So Turning Point captured that, and they could have easily released it to give me a little bit of backup, but of course that wasn't going to come from them. Well, just my luck and Tucker's luck that Megyn Kelly actually caught very quickly. Maybe it looks like maybe her assistant's backstage. I don't know the backstory here, but she was in that discussion, which I had not heard before. And she reveals very quickly, you were going to hear Charlie say that Tucker should go for it.
Tucker and I were talking. Charlie came over and interrupted for just a second. And you can hear him on this tape, which I've listened to many times. It's very clear on my phone, less clear here probably as we play it. But he says to Tucker, go Max.
Go Max.
It's quick. It just happens to be on tape. And it backs up what Tucker said.
Well, Charlie, we're going Max now. Charlie was done with these donors. He was done with them. He really was. And I can tell you another story about which donor was waiting for him once Tucker got off stage and yelled at Charlie. That was a female Jewish donor. And I will be outing her later because I don't care about anything right now. And
that's all very interesting. I think it seems like it's probably true that, Charlie Kirk was sick of the classic neocon, blind support for Israel position. I don't think that's what he was into at the end of his life. Is that enough to be sure or to have any level of certainty that he was assassinated by, say, AIPAC or something else like that? I don't know. I think we're going to need more than that out of Candace or out of anybody to really know for sure what the motivations are for this killing. Do I think it's completely random? No. Do I think it's the Mossad that killed him? Not necessarily. Do I think it's either the Mossad or the CIA who killed him? Now we're in the 60-70% chance range. Just because when you read the... Let me see if I can find these Discord messages. Lance and Kirk shooter. Let's try to find these messages because the Tyler Robinson boyfriend arc is very similar to what we see from all sorts of different sort of CIA. What was that? What was that initiative of theirs where they basically gave Charlie Manson tons of LSD and said go into the the streets and the slums of San Francisco and basically try to hypnotize young hippies into being deranged murderers and serial killers and stuff. What was that operation called? Very famous. There are books written about it. Anyway, part of their sort of strategy is to induce to induce psychosis into mentally unstable people with the intent of getting them to commit violent crimes, which they can then serve as a patsy for. That's what these messages seem to point to, at least the pattern, with Tyler Robinson's boyfriend. Now, how does Tyler Robinson get involved? Well, maybe Tyler Robinson wasn't the shooter. Maybe the boyfriend was, and Tyler took the fall or whatever. I don't know. I really know nothing. But that's funny. Look, Candace is all over this. Oh, yeah, you guys can't see. Candace is everywhere. Let's see. It's so hard to find the actual source material for this stuff sometimes. None of these news articles post the source material, which is always so disappointing. messaging app Discord has denied the FBI's claims that the suspect in Charlie Kirk's death used the platform to send messages. Well, I don't think you can really deny that. I think it's pretty clear. Let's see.
Individual. Of course, there's been all these rumors about him being a groiper, which I haven't really seen anything to substantiate that. There were, of course, all the rumors put around that they were trans or that there was trans ideology.
Sorry, guys. Something's going on with my Wi-Fi. It keeps dropping, but hopefully we're back. Looks like we might be back. Hopefully. I'm just going to do a speed test real quick. Not dox myself, hopefully. Looks like we're not doing too bad here. Baby, are you down, 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 down? No, thank you. Okay, upload. Yeah, that's not too bad. Should be fine. Although, here we are lagging it up. Lagging it up Gary's way. So, is this going to be a chop today? I'm not sure.